I think it helps. I am one of four children in my family, and I'm the youngest. So much of my life has been about persuasion rather than any authority. So I am the executive director of my organization. So in theory, I have a lot more authority, but I've always found that it doesn't really work to be very authoritative for me. So in general, like there are very collaborative decisions, and ultimately you have to, in my role, I have to be the authority on things, but just coming to about things and learning new information will always make things better.
So let's be honest, a lot of folks in our field who end up moving into leadership positions do so after spending a decent amount of time doing work that's very technical and task oriented. For a lot of us, doing this type of work, whether it's in a individual component or maybe even in a group component, we can find ourselves in somewhat of a comfort zone doing that work. Why? Because we end up doing work that's related to our areas of expertise, sometimes even the areas where we may have been naturally skilled. And once we've done the work for a long enough amount of time, we actually get really good at it, number one. And number two, we establish a rhythm within which we're able to take on new tasks, get them done, and oftentimes do them at a high level of execution, which feels good. And oftentimes for the organizations that we're working with, looks really good and helps to advance the mission. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that, and that's essentially how a lot of us get prepared or maybe even sought after for positions of leadership. But as we make the transition into organizational leadership, there's somewhat of a shift in terms of the work that we do and the way that we do it. And as we move into organizational leadership, we move from working on more of an individual level to working in a space where we have to now lead individuals.
Underneath all of the competencies that we're going to talk about here is the notion that there are opportunities to express leadership wherever we are in an organization, in a family, in a society. We all lead from where we sit or from where we stand, and we have to. Healthy organizations require it. In fact, I think of some of the most influential leaders in organizations, they're not in positional authority. And I invite you to think about that. Where does leadership live in your own organization?